You don't want to get caught up because it's going to happen. You just don't. Don't get caught up in better community and a better life for yourself because it's an illusion. There is no better life for you down here. There just isn't. I don't give a fuck how good your conditions become, how many resources. Oh yeah, but we doing this. We able to do this now. Da, da, da. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You understand me? Don't get caught up, cause you will. You'll start seeing black people coming out in front. There's a plethora of information. My thing says it points to here, and we must be here. Don't get caught up in that. No matter what side you are on. Because here's the thing. A motherfucker will give you what you want. But guess what? You in the physical. Guess what's gonna always happen? Because this is not here anymore. And you're fighting against what naturally is. This place isn't here anymore. It's been gone since I don't know how long. So don't try to come to me and ask me, well, how long has it been gone and this, that, and that. No, it's gone. I understand why you would ask that question, but that's not the question that really should be asked unless you really need to know that. If it's key to you, if it's not, why are you asking? To check my information? Just tell me I'm lying if you think so. I'm not gonna fly off the handle and start talking about this, that, and the other. And I'm not making it about that in any kind of way. But I'm just trying to get you to see overall on all perspectives and this, that, and other. No, I was just talking about on this level. Why would I fly? Listen, I'm waiting on you to show me the evidence backing your statement. I'm giving you an opportunity to present what you know as to be because you may be showing me something that I've missed. That's the most important thing. Not about being right or this is what's really going on and none of that shit. You got to put all that to the side because you're here in the physical. What corresponds to the physical? Genuine hearted people making a deal to come together to do this. And guess what? You can do all the work and this, that, and the other. It's going to show no, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're trying to unite the whole planet into that. Guess what? They'll fall into still thinking that this place that's not even a real thing is actually something real. Now we have it. No, this is our point where we hold on to it and forever. But still, what you gonna just go around the world killing white people all of a sudden? Kill that white person who you called your friend, your brother, y'all done had over for dinner and everything. When it's time, kill. You know what you're doing? Exactly what you said they would do. When the power goes out, the allowances by the government, real cows, and ain't even no cows no more. Now your ass is down to the point where it's like canned goods and shit. How you gonna turn on them? You turn on their ass the same way. Right now in this moment. So it's not about leveling you. That's what you don't understand. It's not about leveling you. It's not about black people being insufficient. See, that's why we say anybody can get it. No, all that new age bullshit when anybody can get it. No, motherfucker. What they're not telling your ass in this new age is that your ass have to be of what my man Sun Ra, Ashe, said you must be of the black spirit. What is the black spirit? The great mother. You must be children of her south gate. You know what I'm talking about now? You must be children of, and it don't matter what it looks like because you caught up in, oh, black people look like black people. No, black people look like everything down here, including a piece of paper on the ground. Why? Because that's black people. Not because black people threw a piece of paper on the ground. No, black people is everything. Piss, shit, semen, children, grown people, jobs, fired, anger, lust, murder, blood, movie theater, bubblegum wrapper, CTA bus, your own personal car. Thoughts about what I'm saying. That's all black people. Nothing escapes you. So when death becomes you, you have known freedom. When death is the thing you fear the most, you have known slavery. Plain and simple. This is you here now, walking in the darkness, yet possessing the light. Unaware makes men foolish. Awareness gives man guidance. Knowing puts man on the path. What is the path? To leave the physical behind, but not the people trapped in the physical. Why? Because it's like saying, how am I going to move forward without my legs and arms in the physical? Who's really going to push me around 24 hours a day in a wheelchair and I ain't got no arms and legs and I'm homeless? I'm just a torso. I done survived somehow and I ended up homeless. Oh man, I'd have been committed suicide. See all these thoughts that come to mind? See all the spiritual things in you start to wake up to say, why are you still alive? But there are people who are winning the Olympics. And I had thoughts about this that I had to check. These people are winning the Olympics. I'm not saying, oh yeah, so if you get your, no, I'm just saying, you don't understand what I'm saying, really. Maybe a lot of y'all do. What I'm saying is, it's upon the person who has what you think is a gift called life, which really is the curse. It's how they want to define themselves. And it's not the curse as in Alibaba, now you're talking to yourself on the red line, eating bugs crawling on your skin. It's not that. This is the curse. Having to even be here learning this is the curse. Why? Because remember something. What we always told y'all. You, the highest thing in what they call intelligence, had to learn not how to shit on yourself in public, this, that, and the other. Yet other beings on this planet called animals come out the womb talking and communicating with their parents right away. Yet you're given dominion over them. Does that make you lesser than the animals and you should freak out and start doing all this? Blah, blah, blah? No, you should realize that that's all components of you, because now you'll understand why we put animal heads on the top of human bodies. Because remember what Bobby Hemmett said? This is what Bobby Hemmett said exclusively. When you raise yourself up to God, you can do everything the animals do. And think about everything they said an animal does. And now think about the things beyond that. Like being able to be in a room unseen, undetectable by nobody. And you just suddenly appear in the room as if you've always been there. And nobody's none the wiser. And then you disappear and nobody remembers nothing. How do I know somebody's not doing that to me right now? This, that, and the other. Is that the new thing we should be afraid of? If you want it to be, then guess what? You've created a reality now that we have to watch out for that because people are capable of that and we never know. 24 hours. See, that's why you must pray to what? God. Because guess what? God is the one who's protecting you from who you really are and what that's really talking about, who you are, and that why are you, oh yeah, I'm finna go to my neighbor's house that I gossip about and get more information on them. You're gossiping. So how the hell you able to even go do that? Nigga, in your mind as a gossiper, that shit ain't possible. Nigga, that's crazy. We down here getting money. Now you catching it? Because they paying bills and shit. Beefing with people. And guess what? Most importantly, what's the theme in this, guys? Gals, they're gossiping. Not that gossip is bad, you shouldn't do it, this, that, and the other. That's a human construct. You decide what that is and what it means to you and how you see it. And once you see it for what it really is, you'll understand that, hey, wait a minute. We separating human nature from humans. Instead of understanding why would we develop this in our nature? Oh, that's why, because we needed them to push us forward. And this right here, black people never really experienced what we call the gossip on this level. Every time we look back on ourselves, it's like, well, we always this way, and then it always ended into this. So we had to move ourselves beyond kumbaya. Now you see why kumbaya doesn't work? That's why white people were created. To go past kumbaya. Bobby Hemmett broke this down. Brother Panic broke this down. I touched on it a whole lot, but not enough to say it's significant. But I'm not going to count myself short. I just told y'all the overall. We created them motherfuckers. You get me? And why we brought them here is for us, that's the lower part of ourselves. But they went into the extensive detail. Well, what is the lower part of ourselves and why and blah, 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 blah. That's the part they went into. Not only doing what I did, but went into it extensively and gave you the books that linked all of that shit up together to either it's only two things you can do in this situation. Not three, but two things. One and two don't represent no specific type of code or the one and two means you can go this way. No, nigga. The one and two things, it sounds like what you think, but it ain't that. Either your ass gonna accept the truth or you came here as to be this part. The in between is on you accepting the truth, but you just ain't believing it right now. And it's not me trying to create a scenario and carve out so we can have this division and y'all got to get people. Nope, 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 nope. It's not a recruitment type of thing. No, either your ass know what I'm talking about because of studying you in it, or you can hear it and you can truly hear me, or it's your time and it's like, yo, it more than makes sense to you. You can start to actually visually go there and see the thing and not be caught up in having to ask too many questions. I'm not saying that asking questions is wrong. No, you ask questions until you end up where you're supposed to be. That's the thing they're not going to really tell you. Not saying that people out here doing a disservice to you and wrong and blah, 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 blah. Because everybody teaching you the way you're supposed to be going, the way you're supposed to get it, the charlatans and all. What I'm trying to get you to understand is this. It's real simple that at the end of the day, it comes to you the way you're supposed to receive it. Now, you're looking at things and saying, oh, blah, 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 because you're holding in high esteem the people who are talking. And you're thinking like, if they're this, yeah, why would you? Nigga, because I responded like that on some fanism type shit. And I had to catch myself like, why the fuck you fanning out on a person who's talking about what the reality is? What the fuck you fanning out? Yeah, you might as well be in church. Amen. This nigga ain't supposed to be inspiring you. And let's settle the thing on the men being the one bringing out this information. So like when you look around, it's not that we are suppressing the woman and that she's no. The man is the one who's here bringing this information. Why? It's because we're here solely. It's our mind that's playing out because we're here to what? Venerate. Hear me clearly. Not that I'm saying something that everybody missed. We're here to venerate, raise up through exploration that which is the mother, the woman. So that explains everything that we have to offer as being the masculine half. And that's everything. Y'all be thinking like, oh, that other shit too? Yeah, nigga, that's what you want to call it. That other shit too. But when you get in the light, love is love. Am I here to make a case for or this, that, or other? I'm just preparing you for information. So when you get there, you can intelligently, not emotionally, make the decision to either seek the knowledge, and you don't have to go out and do physical acts, or have to say, I gotta find me somebody who's in the homosexual community and buddy up with them. Here's the best way to get down with that. Is whatever you thought about them, all the jokes and stuff, reconcile and see that person as you. And go in your mind and walk around as them. Even if you don't know them. Just try to walk around them. And as hard as it is, you don't have to stay there, this, that, and other. Just try to walk around as them in your mind. And then you'll start to realize, wait a minute, hold on, time out. This is the person that I thought. And guess what? Every day, I can't even, why? Because you're not even born like that. So you can't even begin to fucking understand. I'm not here to make a case for it, pity them. Oh, we must treat them like this. Suddenly they the new thing and now they exploited out of existence like everything else. It's everything else on this planet is everything else. Guess where it's all emanating from? You, the black woman and man that made everything possible. It's not about black people feeling superior, beating your chest, because guess what? Nothing exists without you. So if you're a jealous God, then you don't know who God is. Plain and simple. If you're a jealous God, you don't know who God is. Because why would God be jealous? I've never seen grown people, except for how they've been manipulated and shown to act, and then think people come down here and showing you what that is, actually doing that. Since you did that, let's make some people pop up and be born and be that in real time. So if there is some people out here jealous of their kids, guess what? It's since they brought it so forth with that, it popped up to them in real time. Now there's actual families with people who are actually jealous of their kids. Track the information to come down to and say, oh, you going off of, no, nigga, this is study. Before it even became a thing. Now it's a thing in this time and times past, but I'm talking about in this particular lifetime where we're at now, where the cycles are broken. And it had to be wise so you can say, oh, so the last ones that fight against it, it's not nothing wrong with them. They'll be the ones to close the door like, all right, y'all, we out of here. And that's how it plays out. Anybody want to question me on that? Plain and simple. Who we are is what this is. Anything beyond that is you figuring out what the mysteries or what they call the mysteries. It's only a mystery because you don't know. And it doesn't mean anything because you don't know. It doesn't mean you lack, slack, this. It's just that you were born with a baby brain and you still gripe about, oh, yeah, you read that book, this, that, and the other. But the whole time you're talking about God, right? And God manifested, right? And this, that, and the other. But yet you still got to learn how to shit. But is there any writing on God having to learn how to do this? And why you connected to him and being all of this, also God punished you by making you have to go to the bathroom to urinate and defecate? Why is it not written in the Bible? All right then. Because you believe. We talking about basics. So we talking, and I'm not trying to denounce health because guess what? In real time, niggas go to McDonald's. So guess what? To all the people on the internet, all my brothers and sisters, no matter where you at, but especially those who look like this and darker on the internet talking about health, thank you. Just don't grow egotistical about it and think that we above one another. No. Health is something personal. That's why they call diet. I died at the thing I tried. Why? Because when we was at that level, we created something called diet to exit this place. Because you can get caught up down here and thinking that, oh, we really have a chance. And you'll ignore the information by saying, no, this is not even real anymore. Beyond when we first realized that it's not real, it's so unreal that when you look, you be like, and you be laughing like, are you laughing about that? Yeah. But ain't nobody gonna look at you like you late. But you know niggas and they sense of humor. So imagine a nigga out their body. If you see our sense of humor here, imagine what it is out the body. Imagine what you gotta look forward to. You come up there, all these niggas, man. And then we on to something else. You understand me now? Oh, you don't believe me? Leave your body now. You have the power to do it, but the only reason why you think it ain't so, because cats that look like me and that ain't out here popping with a bunch of cars and trucks telling y'all about this, and the ones with cars and trucks can't really show y'all how to do it. Why? It's because they're egotistical and they need y'all to keep paying their bills. I'm not saying they right or wrong. I'm not speaking against it. I'm not leveling their information. I'm just trying to show you what time it is. Ain't no difference. If you want to put a difference on it, then that means you have to say, okay, there's a difference in levels. But levels is the same thing. When you look at it holistically, now let's apply the levels. Yeah, that's above the egotistical magistrate level. Like, oh, I am the magical one. Yeah. But yet, you still arguing with people about shit. You still got, because you got to still do stuff to put on to make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm this, but yet there's this group of people. There ain't no such thing as a group of people. It's energy popping up as things you think is group of people or trees, lakes, vacation homes, uh, friendly encounters, and everything else. But it's all you and me, because I am you and you are me. Because of you, I am. Because I am, you are. But on the physical level, where we go to the gas station and have encounters with people like us, I understand where you're coming from. But at the same time, when you go back to your house, what's the difference between my refrigerator and yours other than how you look at it status wise? What does it do? Only thing yours does is do tricks with ice cubes and all this other shit. Now they probably got them with water filters for the thing that shoots water out of them. Now you gotta, now that they got them with water filters, now make sure you got the one with the right water filter. See how they fucking with you? The right water filter. The fuck you mean? You supposed to be God of the earth and this, that, and the other, but yet you need a water filter? Now, make no mistake, I have some. But at the same time, though, if I'm drinking water outside, guess what I know what to do? It's instinct within me to immediately cleanse this water, not for me, but everybody that's using it behind me. Why? Because it's not about me being superior to you. I got it, you got it, nigga. The fuck? You gotta have the same clean water, not because I want you to come, I don't want nothing bad to happen around me. I want to have to deal with niggas and they bullshit. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Nigga, clean water is a right like tears forming in your eyes. If you move by something joyously or painfully, you have the right to develop tears in your body. That's water, ain't it? And that's a different type of water, salty or sweet water. We'll get into that later. But right now, yo, so why don't you, you know what I mean? Because it's not like I'm doing something to be recognized for. Who the fuck gonna be like, hey man, for some reason when that guy walked out of here, the water tasted better. And why would I want somebody to say that anyway? For what? It ain't the fact that now people gonna be asking me to do them favors or nothing. It's just the fact that, yo, we're in the same place. Who has time for recognition? We gotta get the fuck up out of here. It's like breaking out of prison. You get it now? But guess what? In prison, you get to go to an island vacation. Why? Because human relations is a key part of it. So you have to experience reality. Don't mean you got to go out here and do dumb shit. No. You get the knowledge, and then you say, okay, all right, let's go out there. Because guess what? When Panic got back and said, guess what it's all about? The niceties. The thing that he said when he was like, when I get in the Uber, I don't be fucking with you because all they talk about is woo. And he wasn't doing this to talk down the level on nobody. But guess what? He had to get to a level. I'm like, I told you, nigga. And I ain't getting down on my homie like, oh, we this, that, and the other. I'm just trying to get you to understand that this what time it is. You know how to make things easy for yourself? Just be you. So when you find your way into the easy and the niceties, and niggas see you be like, yo, this nigga right here, oh, ooh, it's gonna affect. Look, the genuine you coming across is the nigga they always want. I knew you would. Yeah, nigga, what's up? Then the nigga, you might end up like, yo, I know. That's why I know your ass from. It ain't got nothing to do with right here, right now. You start remembering all that, oh, and it comes back to you because that's what you are. It's not about remembering your past lives. It's about you being eternal and realizing that this ain't real. This is nothing to hold on to. So of course you can remember your past lives. Because what is a past life here? Where you can have this type of information going around and people still getting raped and murdered. Like, what are you talking about? Just think about it logically, right? If you're gonna go that route. Think about it logically. You believe in a God. You believe in a God, right? And I'm not saying nothing against nobody's anything. We just talking about sheer thoughts. If that gets you in trouble, you are excused with no type of malice, judgment, and if you're giggling at it, you are excused. Why? Because you need to grow up. We're talking about something that can truly help you. Because you can't get punished for having ears. And if you put in a position where you have to do, I have to fight, then that means, guess what? Something has to happen to me. Well, he got to do something to fight the devil. And okay, so what? If he used me for evil, do I automatically get to go to heaven? If I'm used for evil in his plan, do I automatically get to go to heaven? Should you have to pray for my soul? Now, it's not about calling out your religion or trying to check you on it or none of that or anything like that. What I'm trying to get you to understand is who you are. If it's like that, please inform me now. Please let me know. If he used me for evil, and in that situation I died, do I automatically go to heaven? If I was used in an evil intent, let's say I was the person who broke in your house and tried to rob y'all, and we had a shootout. Some of your family members died, and you end up killing me. But God used me in that situation. Now, don't start talking about what maybe you was, and he kept trying to get your attention, and you kept doing bad stuff, and he set it up where you go in somebody's house and that. So, we're going to break that down step by step. Let's say that did happen. Let's say that scenario that you set up did happen. And he used me in that situation. About the kids, do they also go with me? Because guess what? You put me in a position where, okay, I'm tired of you. I've been trying to get at you, so now I got to kill you. Because everything is controlled by you. Nothing happens without you being in control of it. It's already set up. Don't say the devil can set up. No, everything. He sets up the stuff that the devil's doing too. Because the devil is not outside of his control. It ain't like the devil's running rogue and him versus the devil. How you know he gonna win against the devil is if the devil ain't under something. He can't say, oh, I can see and know that the devil. If the devil was that if the devil was that weak, but we're so precious to him, why don't we? And because don't say, well, we disobeyed him in the garden. No, we was kept in darkness. You still don't understand. You were kept in darkness. We wasn't ready. How we wasn't ready? Because we disobeyed and ate it as soon as he said it. No, it's not about that. You're still missing the point. Overall, and we're talking about people who are here, not people who are deeply in the church. I understand where you're coming from. And it's not to bring slander against what you know. And it's not to cover my tracks either. I'm talking about scholar, as you call it, that allows you to go beyond just in the books to actually start working these things within you. Because you're still living down here. And you still have to live through this. So it's just common sense to know that, hey, listen, first off, the person who told you that they brought everything here gets jealous of a particular thing here, not the trees, ducks, cats, dogs, but you. He gets jealous of you. He done set up a scenario. He didn't set up a scenario in his word where he get jealous of birds, dogs, cats, fish, air, trees. He set up all the scenarios where he gets jealous of you, and you didn't zero in on that. Why? It's because you have something called the baby brain, where you have to learn how to not defecate on yourself or drop urine out of your body part on yourself in public. Where if you urinate or defecate on yourself in school as a youngin', that even adds more to, you know what I mean? So then you got to grow up and live with these moments. So now they're giving you nicknames based on if you was a heavy urinator or a defecator. Doodle man and this, that, and the other. And then it alternates around, you know what I'm saying, the culture that's formed around what shit is. So now that shit, yeah, that nigga got that shit. Yeah, he the shit. This, that, and the other. So now Doodle Man takes on a whole nother dimension. We can go down that road and tie everything in, but why? You already know that. And if you're picking up on it, oh yeah, that's what it. So what you think about, nigga? I don't think about nothing. I see what unfolds. Not the level you, because why are you asking me what I think about it? Because I said that? Why don't you tell me the stuff you've researched about it first? I'm not saying this because Panic said it or coming from some place of like I'm above you and your questions bore me. Come back when you're intelligent. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's like, I don't want to give you no answers. I want to figure stuff out with you. I didn't come here to amaze and lead you. I came here to figure shit out with you. Who's with me? And it's not like if you're not, you're against me. No. The people who rightfully are not with me are the ones who I came here. Why? Because they donated their time and energy to being questions that I asked. They didn't have to play a role in this. Like I said, niggas could be trees or human beings. Overall, who the fuck? I mean, like, this shit. You really take this shit serious like that? It ain't cause I'm doing bad. No, we all doing bad, nigga, cause we believe in this shit. Anybody can get money. Go get money, nigga. But when you get done, what happens? Now you gotta have some shit to make your money getting relevant. So you gotta have shit called haters. If you ain't got haters, then your ass ain't getting money. You could be a millionaire, broke with nothing. A nigga ain't gonna say shit about you unless you got haters. Cause ain't no such thing as a nigga who got millions and ain't going through no drama. Nah, nigga, that's gotta be a setup. That's some AI shit. When the last time you heard a nigga got millions and he's beloved by every single fucking thing? This nigga so loved, bugs asking permission. Could we be pests in your house? Please. Because we want the bug community to blow up. On Instagram, follow me, cockroach underscore and homie's house. That shit just don't fucking happen, nigga. What's wrong with y'all niggas? Ain't no fucking army of ants underscore. That shit ain't what it is, nigga. This shit ain't what it is, nigga. And I love y'all. But not like that. Not like you think. Because it ain't the fact that I got anything against you. First off, let me set it straight. I have nothing against you, period. It's not me having to qualify. You can dig deep and try to point it out for what? Nigga, we still waking up right here. And if you think anything about right here other than let's be comfortable as we can while we right here, not digging deep into the woo 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 woo. Nigga, I see you already. What the fuck? All this so we have to be kind and woo 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 woo. Listen, shorty gonna do what she gonna do. You gonna do what you gonna do. At least you have knowledge of self doing it. Does everybody have to have it? No. A certain amount of people have to have it where it reverberates down to even down to the nigga at the gas station. The dope fiends no longer getting over on themselves because we are out of the Kali Yuga, we're into the Sagyati Yuga. And that shit don't even exist no more. But since niggas still have that as a frame of reference in their mind, we're now at that place to where that cycle was broken, where that shit ain't even relevant no more. So where we even have to think on that level. So imagine physically how I know why it's scary to see black people walking around. Because you're looking at something that's like, what the fuck? Is that really who we are? That really how we feel about each other? You're mesmerized by the confusion of how you look, really to yourself. You always talk all of that. I am compassionate. I see us for exactly who he is. And now you seeing that shit and you weirded out about it. You know who broke the barrier on that shit? Astro Speed. Want me to tell you why? Because he stayed himself. I'm talking about, look, that goofy, and I'm not talking about the way you think about goofy, that goofy, childlike, always asking why, mystery, as you call it. But really, he was like, no, I need to know why there's a door in front of me. Why is it a door? What made it a door? Why you call it a barrier if I can go through it? And that's what it is. And he like, yo, I didn't know this. The stuff that he don't know, he's genuinely telling them, I didn't know this. So he's absorbing stuff. And he's young as you perceive him to be down here in the physical. He's young. But really, that's just all the ancestors put together in the physical body. Like, yo, because they're children again. They get to be kids again now because we have discovered that the only way for them to have fun is to be you and your childhood memories when you was in favorite places with people like, you know what I mean? Like that time you went shopping with so-and-so or you was out with so-and-so with that family member. You remember that one time when you had that time like, yeah, I was with so-and-so. Oh, man, yeah, Listen, whatever emotion that's drawing you in it and walk and be physically there with them and walk back into now with it. Because like what Brother Rich now was talking about when he said the genius frequency is on this planet, I told y'all a long time ago, y'all better start paying attention to the kids. Because they showing y'all what time it is while you down here in the physical. You notice, none of them coming up have a concept of what bills are and don't know how to handle bills. That's who you take your cue from. And if they doing it in front of you on a more responsible way that allows them to still do what they want to do and fund their dreams, and they coming to you on that level, that's who you take your cue from. See, it's reverberating on every level because you're still physical. But it's now ringing louder like till it all becomes, oh, okay. Because it's not like everybody going to recognize and say, well, let's just do what they've been talking about. No, you're here. Understand how this place works. Not saying that that's not going on, but how many of us actually know that that's really going on? So you're not supposed to look, but know that it's going on, that everybody, we right where we supposed to be until this thing is over with and finished. It's still going to look like how you see it until it's over with and finished. You really want cars to start flying around you? You still debating over UFOs. Are reptilians real? David Icke and the clan. David Icke. UFOs. What's homie name? The one that's supposed to have broke into the what you call that? The Bohemian Grove. Alex Jones. I'm not downplaying these people and saying their information is not valid because all of it is valid. Why? Because it's all your mind. So don't make me don't get it twisted like I'm trying to create them somewhere outside of your mind and you're doing battle with that. Like that's the common, that's the thread, that's the thing. No, nigga, that ain't the thread. The thread is that they trying to make it seem like that's something outside of and that you're doing battle with the forces of, nigga, this is your mind. Highest and lowest. You here for the higher and lowest sign? You got to wake up and sign out from this. Ain't nothing but you. Snot, boogers, semen, blood. Sean, you shouldn't talk like that. Everything is you. I'm not doing this for shock value. I'm trying to tell you, all of this is you. Is the earth flat? Is it round? That's you. It came from your mind. The earth ain't flat or round. It's in your mind. The holographic universe, great place to start. But guess what? You know where it came from? Ding, ding, you got it. Your mind. And it's been placed in your mind by you so you can recognize that this right now, including here, where I'm talking to you right now, is your mind. Wake up. The movie Matrix. And guess who's feeding on your mind? That lower, what they call the demiurge, that's you. Lower nature. Stay physical. You need a villain. So the villain is the person that's feeding on you. Tropicana orange with a straw. Pure orange juice. That's the metaphor. Remember when I told y'all that? That's how they getting down on you? But that's all you. Not something out there that's evil, wants you to stay down here. Black forces in space. Oh, the great mother's son, and he's childish of spirit, and we supposed to love him and raise him up. That's all you. Parts of you. Because guess what? Mama knew what to do for her kids. Overall, guess what? It's the feminine principle. There ain't no, there on the other side, there's an equal half. It has to be an equal half. Nigga, that's because your ass still thinking like an earth person. That's supposed to be the head of the household because you a man and you make her holler and she squirt when you having great sex. You give her orgasms. Nigga, she give you orgasms. What Bobby say? Check. Nigga, she give you orgasms. Not the other way around. It's only like that because your ass was living in that what they call Eurocentric upside down toxic masculine energy to where even when you try to venerate the woman, she still gotta be your servant. And because of you thought when you're a you know why niggas started going through sexual problems because they sexual prowess had to get checked. Now it's called, okay, yeah, now you back online. Now you realize what it really about. Now, when you was doing what you was doing, it wasn't no problem. But when you start getting out of control and start getting on that other shit, it ain't got nothing to do with creeping out, going with homeboy. We talking about human behavior with down low and something else different. That's a whole different situation. What I'm talking about was you running your mouth like, oh, you what it is, and acting and stepping up like, yeah, you standing over her. Yeah, if I do all that, yeah, yeah. And they missed the whole thing when Eddie Murphy said, if you can make her speak that different language, he was giving you science. He was telling you, if you do that, then the feminine energy permeates through your house. Like what Bobby and Panic and myself was saying. When you unlock those different chambers. But they, Bobby, Panic, and others who went deep into it like they did descriptively uh, through the field of what you call today as comparative studies, by the way. And comparative studies, yeah, you can say it's more of a religious thing. No, nigga, comparative studies presented to you as a religious thing, and you still didn't follow it. You said all you need to know is that comparative studies add up. If it ain't Jesus Christ, you're going to hell. But comparative studies is to say, hey, put the puzzle back together overall, beyond the negative connotations on the thing. Yeah, well, that's only a. Hey, listen, shh. Understand this. The only secret is the one you thought you didn't know. So that's the thing about the DNA. Look, it's in your DNA. Are there people that can wake up and just start knowing stuff out of place? That's called culture shock. Why? Because you open your pineal gland up to information that you can't even listen. You can't even tie your own shoes barely. Suddenly, all of a sudden, your mind is being flooded with what the square pie is, for real, and what it really goes into, and all this stuff. You're not ready, so you fucked up walking around talking all this shit, and people like, yo, homie used to mutter that shit downtown. I wonder what went on with him. It's just an egotistical nigga who thought he was ready. I'm not saying that happens to everybody. I'm not trying to put no spookism on it. What I'm trying to get you to understand is this. When you're ready to receive, it will give. But overall, you got to understand this. What I'm really trying to get you to see, beyond just all of this mundane, getting you prepared. And I'm not saying like it's unimportant for me to do this. Like I'm doing y'all this. Man, must I be bothered with it? No. What I'm trying to get you to see is this. Your approach must be who you are because who you are is what you are to people. So if you're doing this for yourself to be liberated, then you're liberating your people while you're liberating yourself. So you never have to be a burden to yourself for others. The information is what it is. And who you are as the light carries you. You notice the light and the dark never fights. We just make stories about it to explain to ourselves so we realize that the light and the dark never fights. They share the same stage. Light is darkness. Light is the part you must know. Darkness is the part you pay attention to. Because the light illuminates the part you must know out of darkness that you are paying attention to. So when you say niggas with fucked up behavior, suddenly they become this. No, they never had fucked up behavior. They just learned that that part of themselves was considered fucked up, so they learn how to adjust while being in this realm. But they knew all of that shit's affixed to them by being in this realm and having to have that for being in the human body. Outside of that, what the fuck does that shit matter to you? Adjusting what? How to manipulate a human body on a physical realm where you got to eat shit and then people, you can't float, and then once you float in front of them, they not around to tell other people he floated in front of me. Why? Because they ain't nobody really floating in front of nobody around them like that, except the people who are used to doing that all the time, and they live in Africa and other parts of the world. It ain't just Africa doing it. It's the island people doing it and everywhere else, or what they call the island people. We the ones around here talking about is aliens real. Everybody else know who the real aliens is. And when they start doing stuff about physical ships, it's because they allow certain people to do things. Why? Because when you look at it, they tell you that these people will come around and write in their stuff. Remember when I told you they wrote their way into your history and all that other stuff? Oh, yeah. So, you know, I'm going to holler at y'all.